Meanwhile, here in China, the world's second largest economy, it's not just getting stronger, but it's also getting taller, with the volume and the height of skyscrapers here in China ever growing upward. Now, in 1990, there were 5 buildings taller than 200 meters across the country, but by the end of last year, that number exceeded 250. Our correspondent Guan Yang finds out more about the complexities of developing cities that are aiming to reach for the sky.
By today's definition, a skyscraper is any building with a structural height of 500 feet or more. China has adopted high-rises as a preferred building style due to the rapid urbanization process. The blistering pace of construction is seen around the world as a sign of how the economic center of gravity has shifted east with China, getting a new skyscraper every 5 days, according to research. Dizzying construction heights are not unique to places like Beijing, Shanghai or Guangzhou. These high towers are popping up everywhere, like mushrooms after the rain. And by 2016, China will have approximately 800 skyscrapers, 4 times the current number in the US. But do these high rises really serve the needs of the country, as more and more people move to the city? Or they're just a symbol of wealth, flashy concrete monsters that block urban skylines? The appetite in China for high-rises in the past 5 years and the next 5 is bigger than has ever been seen before in the history of construction, and people have mixed opinions on it.
We're surrounded by these high-rises everywhere we go to. I feel quite depressed as there isn't enough fresh air.
These buildings can't go as high as they want. There should be restrictions when they start to block the light for others living nearby.
Once these high-reaching skyscrapers are built, we have issues of designing sustainable urban environments to deal with. If this could be dealt with beforehand, it would make a big difference.
A lot of skyscrapers have experienced time-out periods when the finance fell short, and there was a lack of proper project planning in advance. So the assessment on a skyscraper project needs to be more thorough. We should be more realistic on the height by considering who will move into them and why.
Another fact about the country's high rises is that some of them didn't rise straight from the ground, but sprung up just to replace existing ones.
The reason for such a phenomenon is that the country's development during the past 2 decades was too fast. Many projects that were once believed to be economical and practical can no longer match the growing urban demand.
High rises may be symbols of the country's growth and progress, but perhaps there's always time to slow down and to weigh the pros and cons. Guan Yang for CCTV, Shenyang, Liaoning Province.